You're watching NFL Daily by Chat Sports. I am Tom Downey here with the latest news and rumors around the NFL. And we begin with a Trevor Lawrence trade. Sounds weird, but it's becoming more popular at this point. Albert Breer this morning floated out the idea, or Monday morning, hey, Trevor Lawrence should ask for a trade. Because this JAGS head coaching search, and this is true, by the way, the head coaching search part, has been a disaster this year. And Trevor Lawrence did not play very well in Jacksonville. There's a lot of blame to go around. Bad coaching staff. Receivers could not catch. The Jags are quickly running the risk of helping Trevor Lawrence become a bust because year one, it's not good. And we've seen other rookie quarterbacks in recent years play better than what Trevor Lawrence did this past season. 12 touchdowns, 17 INTs, sub 60% completion rate. The flashes were absolutely there, but the consistency was not. Now, the basis for a hypothetical Lawrence making a trade is that Jacksonville has no idea what they're doing as an organization. Trent Baalke's still there and apparently causing issues with potential candidates. Byron Leftwich, we're like a week removed from Byron being viewed as the favorite for the job. They were in negotiations. That fell apart, apparently because of Baalke's presence. Now the Jags are interviewing Rich Bisaccia after he was not part of the initial head coaching search. Is that Baalke's Hail Mary? It's a gross hire, if we're being honest here. Kevin O'Connell, they want to interview him, but they can't because they messed up. They had they had months to interview Kevin O'Connell, did not, and because they missed the initial window, they can't interview him during Super Bowl prep week. So you got to wait for him if that's your guy. They interviewed Vic Fangio, who just got canned in Denver. Yikes. Bill O'Brien was an interview. Apparently, he's out of the mix. Darrell Bevel was an interview. Todd Bowles, Kellen Moore. Jim Caldwell thinks he has a shot to get the job. Doug Peterson, who reportedly neither side was that impressed with each other at the beginning of the process. Well, he's getting a second interview now, which, okay, we're now going back to Peterson, which I think would be a good hire, but could have done that weeks ago. Nathaniel Hackett didn't get the job. Matt Eberflus was a finalist in Jacksonville, goes to the Bears. Dan Quinn said, I don't want this job. The Jags are botching this so hard. They are up to what? 11 candidates now? Seriously? That's what we're doing with this, or 13 because I can't do math? This is a disaster hire. And the root cause is that no one wants to work for Trent Baalke. The current GM is probably the only football guy the ownership is talking to, even though Byron Leftwich wanted to fire Trent Baalke and bring in Adrian Wilson. Go do that. That's way more intriguing than Trent Baalke and Rich Bisaccia. Gross. Come on. So if I'm Trevor Lawrence and his team, you're probably concerned right now, but you don't want to be the guy that demands a trade after 1 year, right? So what do you think? Should Trevor Lawrence demand a trade? Y for yes, N for no. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So if the ad break comes on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down to the pinned comment and let me know. Let's talk Jim Harbaugh because this is interesting. The Harbaugh to the NFL rumors have never stopped, and they won't until he returns to the NFL. Then he'll probably be back to the college rumors because that's how it works. Harbaugh interviewed in some capacity for the Vikings job. Conflicting media reports on how formal that interview was, but there was at least some level of conversation. Now the Dolphins, with owner Stephen Ross, a prominent Michigan alum, they are being linked again to Jim Harbaugh. This morning, this is a report from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler. Harbaugh conveyed legit interest in the Vikings head coaching job during his interview with the team. Minnesota came with the feeling that Harbaugh is ready to make a return to the NFL. As of now, he's still in the mix for that job. Meanwhile, Armando Salguero, I think I pronounced that correctly. I'm not sure, but if I got it wrong, I'm sorry. Dolphins beat writer said he had a plugged-in former Dolphins employee say that he expects Stephen Ross will do what he can to hire Jim Harbaugh if the Michigan coach is indeed considering leaving Michigan for the NFL. The conspiracy theory here is that Stephen Ross said he will never, ever hire Jim Harbaugh, be the one who makes Harbaugh leave from Michigan. But if he's going to take the Michigan job, well, then Stephen Ross can swoop in and get Harbaugh to run his NFL team. There are 5 open head coaching jobs as we film this live Monday night. The Texans, Jags, Dolphins, Vikings, Saints. He's not taking the Houston job. Jacksonville job's out of the running. Saints have shown no interest. That leaves Miami and Minnesota, or just sticking around at Michigan. So what do you think? Where will Jim Harbaugh be the head coach next year? Will he be at Michigan? Type in M. Or in the NFL? Type in N in the comments section. Today's show is powered by our sportsbook partner, BetUS. You can get a 125% deposit bonus at chatsports.com/bet when you use promo code NFL Daily. You can bet on all kinds of stuff, including the Super Bowl. Now, I have fallen apart this year on my bets, but I hit 2 5-team against the spread parlays at the beginning of the year, and I came out in the black. I've made money. Even people ahead of me this year in the Chat Sports standings have not made money betting on sports this year. Do it with BetUS. A 125% deposit bonus, minimum $100, gives you lots of leeway to make some money. It's chatsports.com/bet, promo code NFL Daily. Let's talk Jimmy Garoppolo. The trade rumors are back in full swing. The Niners are out of the playoff race. Sorry, Chase Sr. And the Jimmy G trade rumors are here in a big, big way once again, because the Niners, as we all remember, I assume, traded up for Trey Lance in last year's NFL draft. He is the future and should be the present of that organization. So, does that mean a Jimmy G trade is on the horizon? It is an assumed trade at this point. It's a matter of, I believe, when, or a matter of when, not if. Now, Garoppolo, I think, could fetch a first-round pick. I really do. And that is because we saw Sam Darnold, who sucks, go for almost a first-round pick. I think Jimmy G's a better quarterback than Sam Darnold is. Now, I'm not saying top 10, but back end, round 1? Sure. Now, he's missed time in recent years. You can clearly see which games or which seasons he's missed big-time games, but he's had success. And a bunch of playoff wins for a QB is appealing for several teams. So 5 teams I'll throw out here in no particular order. Pittsburgh Steelers, want a veteran QB that is honestly probably just as good as Big Ben at this point in their careers. Makes sense. The football team, you trade for Jimmy Garoppolo, that's a better quarterback than they've had in years. Carolina, the Sam Darnold deal's an issue, make no mistake about it, but that's appealing. Denver, if they miss out on the bigger names, they want a new quarterback. Tampa, imagine Jimmy G replacing Tom Brady in Tampa. And imagine telling somebody that like 5 years ago. They would never believe you. Other teams like the Colts could be a dark horse there. The Raiders, if McDaniels doesn't believe in Derek Carr, which I don't think that's really the case. But those are some teams to consider, think about, for when I believe Jimmy G gets dealt. So I want you guys now to shoot your shot in the comments section. Where will Jimmy Garoppolo play next season? I don't think it's in San Francisco, and I want to hear from you. Drop a team for me in the comments. Aaron Rodgers next up here has interesting buzz coming clearly out of Green Bay. The Packers reportedly have, quote-unquote, cautious optimism about Rodgers choosing to stay with the organization because he did not leave town right after the year. He spent some time discussing the future and road mapping stuff for Green Bay, although the Packers are not 100% sold that he would be sticking around with the organization. I think he's gone. I've been wrong plenty in the past, and Rodgers' trade value would be very high. We were so close to gloriousness, 68.9%. Could have been 69. Disappointing out of Aaron Rodgers. But the touchdown interception ratio, he has been one of the best ever in that category. There will be trade interest this year in Aaron Rodgers. And I think there will be a lot of teams that are going to try to acquire the Packers QB. In the end, it's up to Rodgers. If he says, trade me, I'm done, I think Green Bay would have to move on at that point. So will Aaron Rodgers be traded? Type in T for trade or type in S for stay. Let me know what you think in the comments. We've broken down a more in-depth version of this in the past. 5 teams. You can check it out on the channel if you haven't already subscribed. I think the Giants and Browns are good dark horses. The Raiders, maybe they stick with Derek Carr. Pittsburgh and Denver are the 2 that intrigue me the most. Although maybe if you're Aaron Rodgers, maybe you don't want to go to the AFC. You want to go to the NFC where the quarterback level of competition isn't quite as steep.